Wing War from Imagic for the Coleco. I don't think I got this game until 85. Gotta love a game that's got no options. Just starts up, one player. One of the things, haven't seen anything on this game on YouTube, so I want to make sort of a tutorial type video, because it can be a tricky little game. Because you've got crystals that you have to collect, and the different crystals do different things. You've got water crystals, you've got fire crystals, and you've got air crystals. And you've got eggs, which there's only a couple of those. Actually, the first thing you want to do in this game is to go find the extra egg, because you're going to need those in case you get killed early on. So you can always find one of those, like up here somewhere. There's a air crystal, but you don't want to get that yet. The first crystals you want to pick up are going to be water crystals, and I'll explain that later. Let me go find an egg here. And you're going to need those eggs, because later on it's going to get harder, and they are your lives. I think there's one or two more eggs floating around. So you always want to start off getting them. And then the next most important thing to get is water crystals, because water crystals are life. Every time you get touched by something, you see that number going down. It wasn't 8 now, it's a 7. So yeah, you want to try and avoid things. Now, water crystals you should be able to get over here somewhere next to where the water is. See, there's a water crystal. So grab that and take that down into your little lair. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go grab as many water crystals as you can to get your life up. Now, air crystals are pretty fragile, and if they land on the ground, they pop. And fire crystals, well, you know, they're just as strong as water crystals. Now, the trick to this game is to make super crystals, and that's by getting a water crystal, and then getting an air crystal, and then a fire crystal. See, if you have a water crystal here, and you were to go get a fire crystal, it would cancel it out. Or if you had a fire crystal in here and you got a water crystal and brought it in, it would cancel it out. But if you bring in an air crystal as the second one, then you make super crystals, and that firepower is what you need to destroy the bad guys. See, that was an air crystal floating around. So you either have to shoot birds or the bees to make them, or find them floating around. And that was another thing I should have mentioned. You probably want to trip that little piece of stalactite off in the beginning, because it'll always get you the first time past it. And as soon as that air crystal touches anything, it's gone. The reason you want to get as many water crystals as you can up front is because once you make your first super crystal, there's a couple of nasty things that come out. There's a griffin that flies around that really starts messing with you and can be a pain to take out. So that's why do a couple things first. You see that little blue dot down there at the bottom on the left side? That tells you that you've got a water crystal in your cave. Now you can see you've got the blue and the yellow down there on the bottom left side. So now we get a fire crystal, and we'll go make a super crystal. That flashing thing tells me that there is one super crystal collected. And my 10 minutes are almost up, so I'll have to continue this in a part 2.